Hi everyone, welcome back to my floss tube. My name is Rachel, this is Lemonade Stitching, and today we are doing a super fun little crafty weekend vlog. So I have my house to myself this weekend for the most part. My fiance is doing some volunteer work stuff, so I basically just have several days of crafting to do. So I started it off with a bang yesterday and spent the Friday evening with one of my friends. We got sushi and went to Hobby Lobby, and then we went and did a little stitching event at a bookstore near us, and it was super fun. So I worked on strawberry naps and got to meet lots of new fun crafty friends. And then my friend worked on a little Mill Hill kit. It was her first Mill Hill. It was so good. I think I took a couple of clips, but I don't know how good they are, so maybe you've already seen them, maybe I'll put them in now. Unsure. Editing Rachel will have to figure that out. Okay, I'm going to show you guys Kenley's project. Everyone tell her how good she's doing. It's her first Mill Hill. She's doing the Dracula, and here is her progress. So there's everyone hype her up. But like I said, we went to Hobby Lobby and I got some supplies to FFO Takin Inventory. So that is the first thing that I'm going to do this morning. I just went and got coffee. Got a Dutch Bros since it's going to be a big day. My go-to is a Golden Eagle with 2% milk. That's my favorite from Dutch Bros. And I'm excited to show you guys what I got and my kind of vision for what Takin Inventory is going to look like. Other things I'm hoping to accomplish this weekend are making a project bag. I'm going to stitch with Amity and Aaron tomorrow at their little library meetup. And I have something else, and I keep forgetting. This is like the third time I've tried to film a clip telling you what we're going to work on, and I keep forgetting. So I'll have to check my list, and once the video's up, you all will know what we're going to get up to. But first things first, we're going to FFO Takin Inventory. I think I'm going to bring all my stuff up here to the kitchen because the lighting is so much better, and I want to make a project bag, which means we're going to have to be in the basement with the sewing machine. So I need at least part of this video for the lighting to be okay. Okay, so to refresh everyone's memory, this is Takin Inventory. This is what she looks like. This is designed by Cam from Cam the Stitcher, and it's stitched with 310 and then 2 really bright neon Silks for You silks. So my vision for this is to do it very dark and funky. I don't know if gothic is the right word, but I was looking for some fun, ornate, black square frames I could put it in. I looked at a few different frame options yesterday at Hobby Lobby, but none of them were speaking to me. So my backup option was to mount it onto something. So I just got this 5x5. It's got a message on it, whatever. We're gonna cover this up and mount it. It's got a hanger and a stand, so I could stand it up. And I think this will be really fun to just kind of have decorating my craft area. Hopefully someday I have a better craft area. But to put it up when I'm actively taking inventory, I think will be fun. So we've got this 5x5 thing. The project is about 4 1/4, I think. And then the other things I got from Hobby Lobby are some black trim. And it's this organza ruffly trim. And then I found some clearance funky ribbon, which is hot pink. And this is my first time checking. It's not a perfect match for the pink, but I think it's close enough. Not perfect, but I feel like you get the vibe. Kind of feel like I should have gotten the teal, but pink is just more fun. And it's already blue fabric, so needed more pink. Oh, and then I had to get some more thread for lacing because I was almost out. And I gotta grab some batting, but I'm just gonna mount this onto a square of mat board and glue it onto here with the trim, and then sew on some of this with some invisible thread, and I think we should be good to go. So I lucked out. I was going through my scraps of mat board before I cut a new piece, and I found the perfectly sized scrap of sticky board. So I'm gonna try this out, see if I like it. Pretty low stakes since it's sticky board, and then if I don't like it, I'll go grab some batting and recut a new piece. So I'm just kind of like pulling it up and stretching the fabric right now to make sure it's placed how I like it. Surprisingly enough, I placed it pretty good on my first try, which doesn't usually happen. Yeah, that's not centered at all. I don't know if you guys can tell. This side's way closer, so I'm gonna pull it this way. That's good. Good enough. All right, next thing I'm gonna do is cut down the sides. Very precise. Get some of that bulk out of the way. And I'm just gonna lace it. Side one, as you can tell, very precise. And now we'll do the other side. I know, it's pretty good. I'm happy with that. My strategy for the trim is going to be to glue the trim directly to the board. And then the pink trim I will sew to the project while that's drying. So I just ran and got some wonder clips, some pins, so I wasn't sure if I needed those or if the wonder clips were gonna suffice. And then some like beading thread. It's clear, so I don't even know if you can see it on camera. Lucy's trying to eat it, so if you guys don't mind just like keeping an eye on her. Don't let her eat it. But I'm gonna clip the trim around and hopefully stitch it on pretty inconspicuously. Otherwise, I might try to use glue. But I don't know if I'll be able to like get it like clean, you know? So we're just gonna play around and see what works best. A trick I learned from the Needlepoint girls is you tuck your trim behind, like where it starts. Or if it's at another side, I would like tuck it between the layers. but I'm just gonna tuck it behind, and that's how I'm gonna like bury the end. What do we think? I think that worked. Just a little something something. Okay, the moment of truth. Oh, that's so fun. You can't tell me that's not so fun. I'm gluing it. I'm going for it. Alright, I'm gonna go flip this upside down, put some weight on it, and we'll check back in a couple hours. So I did forget my craft table is a disaster. So it looks like before we do any sewing, we're gonna have to deal with all this and put lots of things away. Lucy, will you help? No. Something we could do today. Okay, hold up. I forgot I rescued this, and I don't think I show it on the video. I rescued this needlepoint. It's a table runner. I think we should clean this today. I think this is the activity for the day. So this is a table runner that I rescued from the vintage store, and it was $9. So I was like, you have to come home with me. I haven't washed it yet, obviously, but I need to look. It's 36 inches about, and about 13 and a half inches wide. 36 long, 13 and a half wide. And I'm wondering if I could use Elizabeth Ann's project bag, like where she folds it, but I can't remember how long her piece was, like what she recommended. I also could look at what standard frame sizes are. I just don't know them off the top of my head. So her bag panel, cut exterior and interior fabrics and batting to 15 by 22 and then trim it to 14 by 21. This would be way bigger than hers and I don't really want one so big. Or I could order a custom frame. 11 by 27. That still wouldn't be long enough. I'd be cutting off some of it. I can also cut some of it and still make a bag or just have like a big bag. How big would it really be? If I'm basically gonna pretend that this doesn't exist and this doesn't exist. I would fold it up like this and down like that. That is humongo. Maybe I won't do this today because I don't like the idea of making decisions. Well, I'll still wash it. Let me know. We won't do this activity today because I don't want to make a decision, but let me know what you think. Is this too big for a bag? I think it's too big. It's so thick. Ugh, but I just know someone spent so much time in their basket weave. Looks so good. Maybe I'll frame it. It's so pretty. Ugh. I wish it was just a little smaller. Well, I'll wash it and then we'll come up with a plan. I know I've said that 4 times. But that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna wash it and then we're gonna decide. Hello, just checking in. I have been hanging out in the basement since washing my needlepoint and going through all my fabrics and trims and whatnot that I have. And I've picked out 4 sets to make bags out of. So let me show you what I've put together. So this is my first combo. This is an old Maloka, what is this? A free mystery stitch along. And I found some pink and orange fabric to use as the back and the lining. And then I've got this chunky dark brown zipper and some yellow rickrack. And I'm gonna make this into a small bag with the zipper at the top, similar to how I finished the Love Bug sampler from Sprouting Lupine. My next bag is gonna use this Friends stitching that I did several years ago. And I've got some gray gingham fabric to use for the back and the lining. I've got some red piping and a gray zipper. And so this is gonna be my second bag. Undetermined if I'm gonna do like the normal project bag style with the panel at the top, or if I'll just do another like top zipper and piping along the sides. I haven't quite decided on this one yet. Next up, I have a Halloween bag that I've wanted to make for a while. So I've got this black spider web and then this like black cat and pumpkin fabric and some more piping and a black zipper. And I'm gonna make some sort of Halloween bag. Again, not sure exactly how this is gonna come together. If I'm gonna do like the tri-fold style or a top zip or like the normal style. These pieces are pretty thin, so I would either have to do a small like tri-fold or just like a top zipper similar to how the squirrel's gonna be, but I haven't quite decided yet. And then the last one for today is this cute cowboy wiener dog fabric. This is from Joann's, and then I've got some like periwinkle bias tape, or yeah, this is bias tape. So I pulled this, not sure how I'll use it, but I pulled that. I have some blue fabric and some tan fabric and a cream zipper. And again, not 100% committed to this style, but I pulled all these together and I'm gonna play with it in a bit to figure out exactly what I wanna make with this color palette. That's everything I've picked out so far. It's like 12:15. I'm getting shaky because I'm hungry, so I think I'm gonna take a little lunch break and then I'll probably come down and sew after lunch, or not sew, but start cutting things and kind of placing things. I don't know if I'll film that process. Everything takes so much longer when I'm filming, but I will definitely check in with you guys in a bit to show you what I've worked on. Here we go. Here is the lineup. I've got bag number 1 all cut, and this is gonna have a short zipper at the top and hopefully yellow rickrack going all along the 3 sides. We got bag number 2. This is gonna have a long zipper at the top, and it's gonna have the same lining and backing fabric, and then hopefully the red piping going all around. Bag number 3 is gonna be plain, but I think I'm gonna do spider webs on one side, pumpkins on the other. Black zipper at the top, short. And then a pretty like standard project bag with the wiener dogs, and I might add some lace, not sure. And I've just got some scraps here that I think I'm gonna do like a little cute zipper pull. And this is gonna be blue on the back, and some beige and blue on the inside. So these are all ready to go, but my back is absolutely killing me from being down here for the last couple hours. So it is 2 o'clock, 2:11 to be exact, and I think I'm gonna go on a little adventure. We have a new cross-stitch store here in Lexington. It's called Stitch Therapy. It just moved from Houston a couple of months ago now, I guess. I think it was like mid-March they opened. So I think I'm gonna go check it out. I haven't had time recently, and they're only open till 5, so it's hard to go after work. But since I have some extra time today, I figure why not go stop by, take a little peruse, see if anything speaks to me. Well, I must say that was absolutely worth every second. It's huge in there, or not huge, but like not tiny, and it's jam-packed. They have so many threads because it's cross stitch and needlepoint. But I did get a couple of things. First one is gonna be done as a gift, so I'm not gonna show it. Yeah, because my mom will see it. It's not a gift for my mom, but my mom will see the video. But it's a heart and hand little something, and that's gonna be a Christmas gift, so you guys will see it eventually. And then I got a gift for Cam, which I'll be sending her project soon-ish once I stitch on it for our whip exchange. So hopefully I will just get that done before this video goes live, and then no big deal. But I got her this little clown book. Every time I see clowns, I think of Cam. So obviously I got her this little book with all these little clown guys. And then it wouldn't be me if I went into a store without getting a blackbird, so I got Eleanor Rigby. I've been eyeing this one. I really like it a lot. So I picked that up, and it was $10. My gift that I'm stitching for Christmas and my gift for Kim were each in the dollar bin. And then Eleanor Rigby said she was gonna be $10, but my total was only $10.18. So I'd say it was a good deal. They had so many Mill Hills. So if you like stitching Mill Hills, Stitch Therapy in Lexington is a great place for you to go because they had tons of Mill Hills. I wanted to buy like 4, but I just bought 4, so I'm gonna have to wait till I stitch those. Anyway, now I'm gonna go grocery shopping and be an adult, and then eventually we're gonna get to sewing. So I'll check back in when it's time for crafts again. I have a package! This is from Bridget the Museum Stitcher, and she sold me her Case Creation lap stand. Ew, I got a bug on myself. And I have been waiting for this all week. I'm so excited that it's here. And I honestly don't even want to do anything other than stitch the rest of the night. I'm interested to see if I like this more than stitching in hand. I think I'll probably still use like a combo of everything, but I'm very excited to try it. All right, here she is, hot from the sun. So if you're not familiar with this, basically it's a lap or table stand, so it sits on this base. And then this part goes here. My tripod's downstairs, so bear with me. But I screw this on, and now I have a stand. So Bridget used to have this, obviously, and Elizabeth has this stand too and really likes it. Maddie used to have one, but her and Bridget and Cam all got Lowry table clamp stands, so now Marjorie and I have gotten Maddie and Bridget's stands. So, looks like I have to stitch and figure out how I like to use this, what my preferred strategy is, but I am so excited about this. Well, this took much longer than anticipated, but bag number 1 is done. I attached the zipper backwards, broke a needle, had to fight with the rickrack, but we made it eventually. It's fine. I think I'll try to sew one more, and then it's gonna be dinner time. And just like that, I have 2 fun project bags, Squirrel and Friends. I think they can come out pretty good. This one was a lot better, it went a lot quicker than the Squirrel. I realized it's easier if I sew my trim onto the front piece first, and then assemble the bag, and then, yeah, like follow the stitching for the trim when I'm sewing the front and back panels together, if that makes sense. But I am no professional. I am not even, like, technically I'm not a beginner, but I'm at the level of a beginner. So yeah, so this is what we've got for the night, and I think I'm gonna make dinner and just stitch for the rest of the night, and then I will catch up with you guys in the morning. Hello, hello. I just left the library. I was stitching with Amity and Erin from the Hathaway Stitchers and a few other folks. If you're not aware, Amity and Erin do about monthly-ish meetups at the local library, and it's free. There's usually a pretty good turnout. Everyone's super nice. So if you're anywhere near Northern Kentucky, definitely follow them on Instagram and try to come by sometime. It's super fun. Just a nice little afternoon of stitching and chatting. But yeah, so I drove up from Lexington to hang out with everyone today, and I'm so glad I did. And it's nice and sunny. Should be a nice ride home. And I didn't get any crafting done on the bags today. I had to do some work before I left the house this morning, and project bags just were not in the plan. But I'm hoping to work on them a little bit more, so I will show you guys whenever I get a chance to sit down and sew those last 2 bags. Before I start driving, I guess I can show you guys what I worked on. So I was working on the misspelled sampler, which is a part of my whip exchange with Cam, Bridget, and Elizabeth. And so this is technically Cam's project, but it is my turn to work on it and put about 2,000 stitches in. So I was working on this left-hand side of the sampler, and while I was here today, I filled in this tree and finished all the little berries, and then I did this little bird and stitched like 2 or 3 letters, and then it was time to go. But this is looking good. I'm not gonna fully take it out of the hoop, so you'll have to check one of my flosstube updates to see where this is at before I send it back to Cam. But this was my main focus. Since I bought that project for Cam yesterday, or the clown pattern, I was like, crap, I gotta get working on this so I can send it back to her before this vlog goes live. So that is it, and she has it in a super cute Shiba Designs bag with the vinyl front. Really nice, very soft. So that was that. I also brought my strawberry projects just in case I needed to switch it up, because I was here for about 3 hours. But I just worked on the one project and had a wonderful time. And we are back. It is now Tuesday evening. Took a couple days off, or really just Monday. And the crafty weekend vlog is now just becoming a crafty vlog because it's no longer the weekend. But I didn't want to leave you guys hanging, and I wanted to make sure I finished up my project bags. So I have 2 more to sew. Hopefully they won't take me nearly as long as the ones did the other day. And we're just about done. So I did accidentally let my camera die, but I was able to finish both bags. I think it was like an hour total. So we've got our pumpkin and bats and Halloween bag. And I know I had said earlier at one point in the video, I was gonna do pumpkins on one side and spiderwebs on the other. Didn't happen because I forgot that I already put interfacing on both pieces of the pumpkin fabric. And then I have the weenie dog bag, and I was able to add the lace successfully, and I added like a little scrap of fabric on the zipper, which is fine, whatever. But I think this came out so good. Definitely my favorite bag, one of the best I've ever made. It's just blue on the back, and then we've got an assortment of fabric on the inside, just kind of piecing it together however it works. But I'm really happy with this one. A project is gonna have to go in it immediately. Don't know which one yet. And that concludes my sewing. I did go upstairs and get my needlepoint too from the other day that I washed. Completely forgot it was in the guest bathroom. I was at work today and I was like, oh my God, I never checked on that needlepoint to make sure it's dry. It is, no worries. So I've got this. I am not ready to commit yet to what I'm gonna do with this. So let me know if you guys have ideas in the comments whether I should frame it or make it into a bag or do something else. I already forgot how big it is. I think I was looking at size like 11 by 32 frames though, if that gives you an idea. But yeah, so it's a needlepoint. It dried perfect and it's just patiently waiting to be turned into something. The last thing I thought we would do together before I sign off the vlog is measure a bunch of my finished projects so that I can get some frames and finally have stuff hanging on the wall when I film my floss tubes. So I have, I think five projects that I have ready to frame. I just need measurements for. So I'm going ahead and measure those now and then go start shopping and see if I can find anything good online for affordable custom frames. Hello everyone. Funny story, it actually took me so long to finish this vlog that the frames you just saw me measuring for have arrived. So I figured the last thing we do is open up this box together and see what I picked out. All right, here's my stack. Let's unwrap these. So I ended up ordering these from frameusa.com, which I have used in the past and had really good experience with. I know there's a ton of different options for online framing, and it really just depends on like who has the design that you want. These are secure. Like I cannot get this plastic wrap off. I made sure to save my little note sheet so that I would know which frame was for which project. So this silver one, I think, is for Baldequin Birdie's bonus chart. And the lighting is going to be rough, but it's just silver. And it's got a little detailing in the frame. And I wasn't too sure, like I didn't really want to spend a lot of time like picking out mats or whatever. So I ended up just doing 1 inch larger than all the dimensions for all these projects. I just didn't feel like doing anything too fancy with them. I also wanted a relatively cheap option, so by not getting mats and not doing anything too crazy, it kept the cost down quite a bit. I almost forgot, I wanted to put in, for transparency's sake, especially if you are looking to buy some custom frames, it cost me $120 for the 5 frames altogether, so averaged out to about $24 a piece, give or take, depending on the size and the frame that I picked. And then it was $22 additional for shipping. Unfortunately, it's not the kind of situation where the more you buy, like the cheaper shipping is, or they'll give you free shipping, because in this case, the more you buy, the more there is to protect and the more packaging you need. So that was a little sad that I had to pay another $22 for shipping, but I'm really happy with it. This is my second or third time ordering from this website, and I haven't had anything come damaged. So I think it was well worth it and a pretty affordable option, because now I'll have 5 pieces framed for $140 instead of just 1 if I had taken it to a custom framing shop. All right, next we have all black. And this one I think is for my fox. And it's just a plain, smooth black frame. And I also ordered all these with glass and white foam core. I'm not convinced I'll keep the glass in them, but might as well. And they were small enough that I could get glass and I didn't have to get like an acrylic or substitute. All right, I like this one a lot. This one is like a basic brown. I don't remember the type of wood. And this should be for My Heart's Design by Blackbird. And it's like slightly rounded. I don't know if that's gonna come across camera. It's just a dark brown. I'm really excited for this one. This is Friendship Gathering. So I ended up going with a green wood. I mean, it's painted green, it's not, the wood isn't green. But it's pretty simple. Give you like the side profile there. It's kind of smooth and rounded, and it's green. And hopefully this looks nice. I was not sure what to do for that one, so hopefully I like this. And this last one is going to be for the bookcase. And this, I think I got the same frame style, but just a different wood, because I wasn't sure if they'd be different or not. And they're almost the exact same color. So here is a square frame for the bookcase. They didn't write the dimensions on this one. All the other ones they had written on the back. If you're interested to see how those frames turn out and what everything looks like once I get them FFO'd and on the wall, definitely keep an eye on my upcoming floss tubes. I will be sure to show my FFOs there and have better lighting and give all the details for the projects. That is all I have for you guys today. Thank you so much for watching this vlog and sticking around with me. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope it was fun, and I can't wait to see you guys in my next video.